Family, secrets and betrayals at the heart of an award-winning documentary which opens for a week-long run in the West End today. The Closer We Get tells the very personal tale of filmmaker Karen Guthrie's upbringing, and ahead of tonight's screening at the Picture House Central, pleased to say Karen joins me in the studio. Before we have a chat, let's take a quick look at a clip of the film.
Mum was the centre of our family galaxy for so long that we'd stopped feeling her gravity. But it was always there, however distantly. Her stroke set us all adrift without the one person who would have guided us through it safely. Her.
Karen, an incredibly personal tale to tell. Why was it important for you to document this on film?
Well, to be honest, it felt very natural to me to do that. I've been an artist and a filmmaker all my life, and I was always the kid at home with the sketchbook or the camera, so it wasn't strange for me to think this exceptional situation that's happening to us needs to be documented, and in a way I was the only person that could do it.
Talking of your experiences, I think I'm right in saying that your mum's health prompted this film. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, we had an idea, my mum and I, to make a film together. And we actually conducted one interview and put it in the drawer. And 3 weeks later, she had this devastating stroke. Physically, she was really very debilitated, but mentally, she was very sharp. So after, I guess, a few years, I was sitting with her as a caregiver, and I reminded her about this plan that we'd had to make a film together. And she said, okay, let's get on with it. So we found ourselves in this very different situation together, at home with time to kill, and we started to talk, and that's really what you see in the film.
And without giving too much away, this is a tale of family betrayal. Tell us a bit about how difficult it was, or perhaps actually, in fact, for you, it was exactly what you needed to tell that tale and to perhaps get it off your chest.
Well, I think of it as a story of family reconciliation, really, and kind of tenacity, because we don't choose the families that we are born into, and the pain that happens in the past, in a way, follows you up to the present day. When something as serious as a stroke happens in your family, you find that actually a lot of the sort of baggage you might be bringing along with you has to just leave you, and you have to concentrate on the here and now. In my mum's case, that was looking after her, and so my whole family, including my father, all came together to look after her. And I suppose for the first time in many years, we were kind of all on the same page. We were in the same team. And that felt really good, but it didn't mean that we'd forgotten about the pain in the past. And I think that's what the film is doing for audiences. It's showing that you can talk about the pain of the past, but you can also put the present moment to the fore and make that the thing that's really important to your family now.
Without giving too much away about the film, the pain of the past is the story in which your father left and then came back to your family.
Yeah, I mean, he, like me, came back after my mother's stroke to become one of her main caregivers. So they had been estranged for some years, and he moved back in and started to become her primary caregiver, which is a huge responsibility for, I mean, if anyone knows what it's like to look after somebody who's almost, in my mum's case, she was quadriplegic at that point. So feeding and really looking after the day-to-day life of somebody in that condition is really onerous. And my father did it for some years, and I came in and out of that as a part-time carer. And of course, that's when I brought my camera with me.
How do you hope Londoners from many different walks of life will take something, will reflect on your story when they come to watch this film?
Well, I think a lot of people, I mean, a lot of audiences that I've met already say to me, well, I have this story of my family that we don't like to talk about, and your film has made me think maybe I could talk about it with my family while we're still all together and while we can resolve some of it. And I think that's a huge kind of optimistic message in the film, which is that it's never too late to make amends, and that you can have difficult times in your past as a family. It doesn't mean they're with you forever. Some things are more important than the past, and it's actually a real privilege to be with somebody who is moving towards the end of their life. It's actually a really special time. So as somebody who gave up a lot to become a caregiver, I felt just really privileged to be in that situation with my mum. So in a way, that terrible sadness had a real silver lining.